Hello and welcome to the 2022 Champions Cup, presented by Bushnell. Our first PDGA major of the year. We're here at W.R. Jackson Disc Golf Course in Appling, Georgia.
I'm Jennifer Allen.
And I'm Holly Finley.
And we are wrapping up this major. We are on the back nine of our FPO chase card.
Today we'll have Valerie Mandujano on Team Dynamic Discs.
Her new teammate, Kona star Panis, now playing for Dynamic Disc.
Henna Blomroos on Team M.Oliva.
Also Team M.Oliva, M.Oliva. Hole number 10, we have a par 4. This is 606 feet. What you want to do is possibly not get too aggressive. These little small gathering of trees is a great landing zone, so you can get your second approach shot down the hill as straight as possible around these little guardian trees for your approach for a birdie.
Placement is more important than distance off the tee.
She's attacking that a little too aggressively, forcing the turn. Hopefully got a good kick back to the backside of this fairway.
If you've played a lot of woods golf or you've watched the previous rounds of this hole, you can see that keeping it low is a good thing. You just want to land right at that first grouping of trees, as Jennifer mentioned.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of grass out here, and so ground play is pretty common, so you could even keep it low and slide it around that corner.
I absolutely love that shot from Kona Panis. She executes that perfectly.
Maria looks to be going a little bit more distance,
but also keeping it fairly low.
Yeah, so that's going to slide well for her. That should give a good line.
And an extra little tree kick at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always difficult when you pick your tree to aim at and you hit that tree and stay right beside it. So that kick will be handy. Henna also keeps it low, looking for ground play. Little skip action.
Ooh.
They're all going to be pretty close, so we'll see who can execute the second shot the best.
Valerie, the only one not in prime position, so she'll be throwing her second shot, looking for a nice placement.
Yeah, staying in the middle is still going to allow her to save par. And it looks like she's going to do that.
Oh, she got a lot of distance off that standstill. That was more than you would hope for, actually. That was great.
Okay, so we can see the basket straight in front of Henna. That holds a beautiful line, and that's going to be a putt for birdie. I think they were afraid to clap. A lot of these holes out here, pulling a driver out can lead to trouble. There's several that all the women could go mid and play it nice and safe.
Kona gets down to the green, so she'll have a putt at birdie.
Maria gets a nice straight approach. Gonna slide up there, just inside circle 1. There's some more claps.
This will be Valerie's third shot, and this is a par 4, so now she'll be putting for par.
Yeah, that was a little high. If that would have been lower, I think she would have had a better look at the putt. Kona deciding just to pitch out.
And
yeah,
Henna,
she did not commit.
No, that was her birdie putt. She didn't like it as soon as it left her hand.
No, I think she's mad at herself for not being forceful. She actually has a good forceful putt, as does Maria. Both of those just looked uncommitted.
I'd agree. This is Valerie for par.
That was a nice strong putt.
You can see all the spectators there in the spectator area. If you have never attended a disc golf event, we now sell spectator passes, especially through the Disc Golf Network. You should check out a Silver Series or an Elite Series in your area. Come meet the pros. Say hi. Hang out for a couple of days. And with that, we've got a couple of pars. No one getting the birdie today, but you know what? Par feels great here. Here we are on hole 11, par 3, 420 feet. If you have the distance, you can do a massive turnover, get to the green, and park it for a 2. But I've only seen that a few times, so really what the rest of us want to do is find something that lands in the fairway. As soon as you get off of the fairway, left or right in this very thick brush, it is a super scramble game. So whatever you can get that lands a little short of the basket, a fairway, a putter, a mid, choose that and just keep it in the short stuff.
Looking for a lot of turn here. And that's gonna hyzer out. Hopefully it stays out. Yeah, that's right on the outside edge.
That's great. And that's a little inside.
She's gonna sneak through.
And she ends up in the woods past the bunny-eared spotter. And another fun treat, it was Easter today, and they hid Easter eggs all around the course. Maria opting for the distance turnover. She has the distance to get there. It's just about hitting the line.
Yeah, that was the same angle as Kona, just had a little bit more distance, so that got her out in front of where Kona went in.
And Maria swung hers a little more left at the beginning, and Henna...
She didn't like that.
No.
That punch to the front of that, though, she's going to be pretty close to the basket.
She completely misfired that, swung it in too early, and basically still has a putt for birdie. So Maria's done her upshot. She'll be putting for par. Oh... That was annoying.
Yeah, she had a lot of power on that, was hoping to punch through. Soft, great approach.
Yeah, nice finesse shot from Val. Now this is Henna's second shot. This isn't really a birdie putt. Just trying to get it close, and that she does. Now this is Kona's par shot. So at this point, you're just conceding. You know you're going to get a bogey.
Great par from Maria.
Whoop. Oh, I'm a specialist at that.
Not ready.
Reaching in to grab the disc and not actually grabbing it. Bogey save from Panis.
Couple of tap-in pars coming up here by Henna and Valerie.
And only one birdie for the entire day on this hole, Paige Pierce.
Hole number 12, this is a par 5, 861 feet. We want to get around either left or right of that little grouping to this stump, which makes you decide again, left or right. The longer open route, open with all these trees, 440 feet back across this small creek, which is dry. in front of the basket. You can also pick the left side, which is a shorter but very tight straight line to get your par. So you don't have to be aggressive here. She's gonna pick that right side to try to hyzer up to the stump. That might not be too bad. The angle is huge here.
Oftentimes, because we are near the road, there is a little bit of a breeze here, which you've gone from playing with zero breeze to a little bit of a headwind or a cross breeze, and it can kind of mess with the flight. And Maria, not pleased with that drive at all.
No, she had backed off trying to go for a placement. Henna early release. Now that could, oh, it's okay. That's going to kick out. There's actually, even if you get all the way through that grouping on the left, an open spot. Kona headed towards it as well. No, she gets a kick to that open spot. So there's an open spot in that sun area that actually sets up for a huge hyzer on the right side. Henna going with the hyzer. Henna struggled with this hole yesterday, so let's see if she can clean it up.
Valerie in position to take the right gap going down the fairway. She executes a beautiful distance shot, landing right in the middle. She'll be in position to attack for birdie. And Maria did get that kick to the middle section of trees, and now she's just looking for a scramble. She's got to get out and get in good position. That needs to cut. That needs to cut early.
Yeah, you can't get aggressive. This is one hole that soft little pitch out will help you save par. Being aggressive can lead to trouble.
Maria will be set up to take that left route. Look at that, Lucky. Look at that.
You want to get out right to that open area. She's going to take it. I don't think that's exactly how she wanted it to go. Oh, Maria releases that early as well. She was trying to pick the hyzer route.
The left route is more direct and shorter, but it's a lot tighter, 3 times smaller than the right side.
That is great throw from Henna. Hopefully can get it all the way around to that front side. Just a little, no, that's all the way up by the creek.
Oh, that's circle 2.5.
That's going to improve her score from yesterday.
And this is Kona's third shot. So she'll be in a good position to do a nice hyzer into the green.
Maria having room to put some distance on it and try to get all the way up there. That was kind of a mean kick.
Oh, so she'll have a putt at birdie.
This looks a little aggressive.
Yeah, it didn't have enough hyzer angle on it, but a little help from our tree friend, and boop, we're parked.
That was some lovely help from the trees.
Thank you, W.R. Jackson. That's low, but is it going to skid there? Is it gonna?
That's a good putt.
Yeah, in the trench, you're close enough.
Yeah. Between the trees. Oh, just can't sneak it through.
That is so annoying because you were just right there. And now you got to do a between the tree putt. All right, Henna.
She's just kind of lost that confidence to her putt today. So those little soft bids, they're just not going to go in.
Maria having to punch one through the trees.
Kona frustrated because she did commit and was being aggressive with it and just a little high.
So Henna, unfortunately, getting caught up around the putting green, will take a bogey here. And even though Mandujano, no, she had a great drive. She executed solid all the way down the fairway and got herself a birdie. Kona, unfortunately, with a bogey after hitting the band on her putt. It's just so important to stay in the fairway here, just 1 or 2 feet off, and you're scrambling. I feel like we could say that on almost every hole.
Single hole. Short or long.
Join our Patreon crew starting at $3 a month. Patreon.com/AceRunPro. You can check out podcasts with special guests, early access to giveaways. We have prizes, and it's only starting at $3 a month. Patreon.com/AceRunPro. Become an Ace Runner. Here we are on hole 13, par 3, 399 feet. If you have the distance, you can get to the green. If not, you want to be really smart about this tee shot. It's really hard to go all the way down and then start turning right with your disc. A lot of times it's smarter just to play straight and short and then take a short pitch up to the green and play it for par. It's really easy to try to force the disc over into the Anheuser shape and end up early in that corner on the right side in the woods. Valerie starts it out left, but it looks like it's going to finish with a hyzer. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can save par from there.
She had the distance, though.
She sure did. That looks a little inside.
Yeah, that's a pretty understable disc. She's going to get a kick back to the middle, and that's okay. I think this plays a little easier for the men. They have a lot longer forehand game. We only have a few lefties here, I think, that could maybe reach it.
Henna with a Roadrunner, but unfortunately she gets caught up on the left as well. Kona starts the disc in a great position, and it's swinging around the corner.
It's a great drive.
That is a great drive. Yeah, if you can start your shot on the left and let it work back right and not get caught up in that corner business, you've got a shot at birdie. And Henna with another misfire gets caught up on a limb. It's going to be a tough par save for her.
It's real easy to have multiple bad holes kind of start linking together. It's hard to shake.
Maria gets one up into the circle, and Henna needs to do the same so she can save this bogey and move on.
That was a nice, beautiful approach.
There we go. That's what we're accustomed to seeing from her. 3-4 feet from the pole.
So Valerie went about pin high, so she has to sneak it around there for a nice drop-in 3.
And that was a really good example of how you can just play the hole straight and pitch up to the basket and get an easy par. Oh, that was too left, Maria. She missed her par putt after a great drive and a great upshot. It's just that slightly uphill basket on this mound.
Yeah, this course is starting to get busy out here with the excitement of everything wrapping up, and this putt, this basket, is right by the parking lot, so sometimes keeping concentration can be difficult. Kona's able to do that to save par.
This will be Henna's bogey putt.
This is going to be their last tournament. They've been here from Vegas, and they are flying out tomorrow.
And with that, there were only 2 birdies on the day on this hole, both from females that can easily throw over 425 feet.
And Emily is our lefty, so that I was wondering if she got that hole. Hole 14 is a par 4, 579 feet. We want to get a nice straight drive out through this open area that finishes on more of the left side to get a better approach at this second shot, which needs to take a sharp right turn after this large area of trees over the road into circle 1 at the basket here that's softly guarded. That comes out a little early. We'll see if it can stay out of the rough on the left side.
Yeah, if you're in the rough, you're just really going to do more of a positioning shot after that. You don't really have a chance to attack the green. Kona pulling that a little right, but is it going to finish left? That it does. Primo shot from Kona Panis. If you can push as much distance as possible off the tee and let the disc swing to the left, that'll give you an option on whether you want to attack the green for a birdie or not.
Yeah, and you want a pretty good skip. You need something stable to make it go over to the left.
Oh, I like this.
If it gets around that last little bit and doesn't go too far, that kind of skip, when you play it a little tighter, that's a little bit too big of a skip. That's going to put her in the rough.
Yeah, I'm not sure she'll have an angle to get into the green. And we've seen Valerie do a couple of these misfires today.
Yeah, I think it's when she's trying to play a little softer placement shot. She is a little more accurate when she's aggressive. This is a great roller, though.
Oh, that'll give her a chance at a par save. It's gonna
Maria
be a tough
getting
one.
aggressive, wants it to turn. The tree is going to give her some help, and she'll have a small look at the basket.
Maria trying to put a mid into the green. Now, I feel like this is the perfect way to play the hole. If you get your drive far enough and you have the distance on the forehand, it's a backhand off the tee, forehand into the green, drop in putt. And Henna, she was
that down off the hill, roll
decent
down.
Position. Oh, look at this. She'll be putting for birdie.
Okay, so Valerie staring it down, needs a nice straight shot. Wonderful approach.
She'll have a putt at bogey.
Great forehand right underneath the basket. So Maria's tucked over here. This is not heavily wooded on that side, but she caught a few little leaves.
This is a long putt to save par. She gives it a good run. That's unfortunate after such a great drive. There we go.
Great height. That's what she wanted.
So smooth.
That's what we're used to seeing from Henna.
That's got to feel good after a couple of missed putts. You get one, a nice long one for birdie right in the heart of the chains.
Four
Kona.
women were able to get the 3 today.
Yeah, Kona had a solid par putt. She really smashed that in the basket.
Being a PDGA member gives you access to not just play the sport, but to engage and compete with your local community. An active PDGA membership gives you access to over 6,500 sanctioned events around the world. From local leagues and tournaments, all the way up through the majors, everyone has the opportunity to play. These are an amazing way to get engaged with your local disc community. Get started on your disc golf journey today. Visit pdga.com/join.
Hole 15, one of my favorite holes on the course, par 4, 543 feet. Couple different ways you can attack this. You can be conservative and just try to make it over this trench and crash into the hillside. If you've got big distance, you can do a flex shot. Go over the crest of the hill and hyzer and end up on the left side. You just have to pick your gap all the way down to the green. Depending on where you land, you're going to have to do some shot shaping to get in there and get yourself a putt. This is a birdieable hole, but that requires 2 perfectly executed shots to get a chance at it.
And it has the distance. Unfortunately, is not able to get off the tee clean.
Ooh, I like this. Is it going to flex back?
That just really held the turnover line there for her. She should have a line there on the right side though.
And Valerie starting that a little more left than you want, just crashing through that center section of trees, and she might be in that ditch. There we go.
Now we need that just to slow down.
Sort of hanging out over there in the vicinity with Kona Panis. Maria and her will be on the right side.
That's going to get some distance back. Oh, one last kick.
You can see it's just pick a gap and try to get as far down the fairway as you can.
Another misfire.
We've seen several of those from Mandujano today.
Now she has a bigger gap to hit if she chooses the right disc to get stable for her right there.
Soft finish.
Wonderful.
Perfect. She'll be putting for par. Doesn't matter you had a couple of mishaps along the way. Scramble game is strong.
So this is Maria's drive. So if she has a good approach, she can slide right up there. Oh, it went a little deep.
So she'll be putting from that ditch, which has some water in it. Now it is casual. It's just kind of difficult footing and a little annoying.
A little bit tighter gap for Kona to hit. I don't think she made it all the way out. Henna's still with work to do.
Henna's third shot. She needs to get into the green to save a par from here.
She was going for it. If that could slide down, that's going to be a good downhill putt.
Yeah, that's
just
a long
outside.
putt.
Mm-hmm.
Kona did have a chance at birdie, but now she's looking at a par, trying to chip this third shot as close as possible.
Sit down.
Things can get away from you quick on this dry, hard-packed green that slopes down towards that ditch. So Maria, you see her disc in the water. She has taken first available stance for the putt. Oh, and misses the birdie putt, which is why she's on the top of the ridge behind where her disc is.
Yeah, a little more water than usual with all the rain yesterday. Valerie has a great solid par save. Kona taking her time here to execute that par save. Maria's trying not to get too nasty over there as she recovers her disc.
And we did have a side show game going on by Bushnell where they were offering a golden rangefinder for the men and women to whoever had the longest putt or throw in of the entire week. And that was won by Natalie Ryan on this hole with a 241-foot throw in. Natalie Ryan wins the RecTech Grill and the Golden Bushnell. Congratulations, Natalie Ryan.
Hole 16, par 3. This is our shortest hole on the course, 297 feet. You want a soft fading shot to the right, not too aggressive because we have an OB creek down off that back slope. The creek in front by that bridge is safe, no water in it. So hard ground, you want it just to slide up there for your birdie putt.
I feel like the Anheuser being the second most difficult shot in disc golf, a straight shot being the first most difficult. This is a highly difficult shot, especially with touch, to land it near the basket, not overshoot it or cut it too hard. As Jennifer said, there is OB and Valerie cuts that angle too hard. You've got to hang.
And as you can see, that OB actually starts right there, so she may be OB.
Yeah, Maria with a mid and infinite Anubis going for that Anheuser shape, and this is what I'm looking for.
Sneak right up there to the green.
Money. That's exactly what you want.
Hannah's going with a mid, which is a little slower, getting a little more glide, but she let it go just a little early. That's going to give her a putt still.
Yep, she'll be down there close to the downhill OB line. Valerie going for a scramble shot off the tee, trying to get into the green. She'll have a putt at par.
Yeah, she got lucky there. She was so close to that OB line short.
Hannah didn't want any taste of this. She's just laying it up for safety, as does Kona. Behind the basket, it's very fast and it's out of bounds. Hey yo, M.Oliva with a birdie. Oh, unfortunately, I guess Valerie was.
Yeah, I was going to say, she was so close to that line. I thought it looked like it kicked down into the creek. You don't really think about that OB line starting so close, but it actually starts right behind the tee pad there.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people not even try to birdie this hole. You just throw a straight shot, land near the wooden bridge, and then pitch it up to the green and take a par and move along. Here we are, hole 17, a par 4, 525 feet. I think it's the most demanding tee shot of the entire week. Long, straight, uphill tunnel shot, which requires prime positioning, even if you're going to play the hole for par. If you get to the top of the hill, you're in the elite status. If you're there, you can look at the basket and do a nice, easy upshot into the green. Most of us are going to land a little short of the top of the hill. We're going to have to do a turnover or a placement shot, play the hole for par. But if you're in the perfect position, you can punch it all the way to the green for a birdie.
This comes out early. The left side does play a little easier, but unfortunately she gets a kick to the right side. Now there is a back door. You don't really want to take it, but there is a little bit you can get through on the right side. Kona hits her line a little bit better. That's going to slide up to a nice placement shot.
Well executed shot from Kona Panis.
Hannah doesn't mind those straight gaps, and she is also going to slide right up there.
Incredible. Ooh, Valerie hits the line. Hey, that's great.
So she has one more gap between these trees she has to hit.
And from that position, she did make it far enough where you could get to the green, but that second shot is so tricky. You're doing a run up on the side of a hill. You've got to angle it just perfect.
Oh, Maria was going for the back door I was talking about, but just finds the biggest tree in front of her.
Oh.
She still comes clean on the next one and unfortunately goes a little long. That's going to be circle 2.
It's going to be a long par putt for M.Oliva. This is Kona's second shot. If she can get into the green, she'll be putting for birdie. And she kind of does what Valerie did, pulled it a little too right. See if Hannah can make the correction.
Yeah, this requires a nice straight, slow speed. They're getting a little aggressive with it. That's about 240 feet away from the basket. That's going to be pin high right. There's a small gap for a putt there. Putting a lot on it, hoping it comes back to the basket, as it does perfectly. Kona with her soft forehand slides a little long. A lot of ground play on this course without grass.
Maria gives it a long bid. She ends up on the backside. She's missed her par opportunity here.
She gives that a good bid from her knee there.
For par, Kona Panis.
It's been a long round. Jackson will kind of wear you down, so having the will to finish these last two very difficult holes can be hard.
It's time to dig deep, that's for sure. Kona for bogey.
Hannah saves her par. As does Valerie.
Join our Patreon crew starting at $3 a month. Patreon.com/AceRunPro. You can get access to featured videos, giveaways, starting at only $3 a month. Become an Ace Runner.
I got to imagine just laying up for a smart par with the C-News.
I think he's going to give it a cheeky run.
Wow, if he throws this in.
Oh! Are you kidding me? Wow, unbelievable from Nico LaCastro, OTP nominated. Wow, look at the lift, Sexton.
No way.
Only on the Disc Golf Network.
Too short there for Bradley.
Live disc golf. Guys, I'm telling you, that's where it's at.
Hole 18, we're finishing up with a par 5, 590 feet. You don't need the distance off the tee on this one either. Anywhere right up here is going to give you a nice shot to the basket that leaves you with 300 feet, a little bit of a hyzer line there. We're going to aim at that big tree and the basket sits just to the right of it. This is a birdieable hole for sure to finish up. Some eagles will be done as well. Hannah starts that off low, but that's going to get some ground play up to the landing zone.
Very common mistake we see is people flattening the shot out too much and ending up in the woods on the right. But those are two well executed shots so far.
Maria going for a little bit more distance. We need this to finish to the left. Unfortunately, it gets caught up.
And she does just what I mentioned, a little too flat and goes towards that corner. Let's see if Kona can end up in prime position.
Comes out early, but that's going to fade right back to the middle. Excellent spot. You see that little stump there? I believe it's like 280 from that stump to the basket.
And Maria could get aggressive and punch it, but placement is more important here. You don't want to be too greedy and then end up with a bogey or worse when you could just play it safe and get a birdie.
Yeah, being a par 5, it allows for one mistake.
Hannah with a road runner trying to get all the way there. She gets caught up by that corner guardian tree, but still not in a bad position for birdie.
Valerie has great angle. If this is a slower speed, oh, there we go. But that's okay. That's going to be right prime position to approach the basket.
If Kona can get all the way into the green, she will have a look for eagle. She's in perfect position for it. Oh, this is what we're looking for. Get down there.
Get stable. Wow.
Excellent. Almost a drop in for eagle on the last hole. That's a way to make your score better with 2 strokes.
Hannah didn't like that out of her hand because that's a shot she usually executes perfectly.
So this is Maria's 3rd shot. And she'll have a circle putt at birdie.
Last hole, giving it everything she has. Maria didn't follow through and commit completely to that putt. Valerie
Nice
does.
birdie. Mandujano, a birdie finish.
We are still not Taconas.
Maria with a very courageous bag putt, taking a par. Kona Panis with a schmeagle. What a finish.
That feels good.
Kona sneaking her way into the top 10 with that schmeagle on 18. And that was it. The chase card. Final day. W.R. Jackson. Party's over.
It's been a wonderful week. Thank you for joining us. We are finishing out the round here with Valerie -1, Kona Panis 1 over, Henna 2, and Maria unfortunately had a 6 over par for this round.
As we check into the leaderboard, we can see, there you have it. In spot 1, Paige Pierce. Kristen Tatar holding down 2nd. Sarah Hokum sneaking into 3rd, and Owen Scoggins in 4th. What an incredible week it's been here at the W.R. Jackson Disc Golf Course in Appling, Georgia. This is an iconic course, championship level layout. If you ever get the chance to play it, I definitely recommend. Also visit the International Disc Golf Center Museum while you're at it. Say hello to all our friends, and we hope to see you on the next one. I'm Holly Finley.
And I'm Jennifer Allen. Get out there and support Pro Ace Runner for more coverage just like this on the tournaments coming up.